Hello, and welcome to another update video about oil. So we start with light crude oil futures. The situation is absolutely on track here. The idea that I presented to you in the last video, so my primary scenario is that we had a 5-wave rally to the upside of the May lows, so that we had a 5-wave move up, and we're now correcting this move up in 3 waves in an ABC correction. That is a bullish scenario at the moment. The move to the downside looks corrective so far, and it indicates that we have started a new uptrend potentially, but it needs to be proven in this support area. So obviously support needs to hold. Support is at $69 basically. It's a 78.6 retracement. Doesn't mean we have to go down to that level, but it means it's key support that will be the pivot between a more bearish scenario in which we will reset this wave 2 low that was made in May, much lower, maybe in the $50 region, and the pivot between that scenario and the bullish 3rd wave rally that can take us to $100 plus, probably more in the region of, let's just add that, depending on where we bottom, right? But it's more like in the region $116, $135 for the next larger wave up. So that will be expensive. Okay, everything is going to get more expensive. So we're looking here, however, at the moment at this wave 2 correction. I discussed that in detail in the last video. It seems like an A wave of wave 2 is complete. Bottomed here on the 6th of October at around about $81.30. We had a B wave rally, topped at around $90. And we're now coming down in this C wave, which is an ending diagonal. C waves can be so-called diagonal patterns. In this diagonal, we have a 1-2 setup complete. The 3rd wave is now unfolding. In the 3rd wave, we have an ABC structure. Actually, the C wave might be unfolding, and we might even have completed a 1-2 setup. And now we should follow through to the downside. You can add potentially even a trend channel here. Yeah, that might help. It's not so reliable, but it might help. In addition to that, what we can watch for is the B wave high. So this micro count is valid as long as the price stays below $83.60. And then we should get into this yellow support area as long as those parameters are adhered to. If we move higher, yes, it could just be a reset of wave B, no problem. But then we need to check the wave 2 high, which was made at $86. If we break above that, then we might need to look at a more extensive reinterpretation of the chart. But for now, the trend is down. I'm watching for the price to reach $77.80 next. Let's take a look at, oh yeah, this was light. Yeah, this was WTI, sorry. Mixed things up here a little bit. Now let's take a look at UK oil, Brent crude oil. So this here is a similar story. Okay, 5 waves up as well. 3 waves down in an ABC structure. We could now be in this C wave. Here, key support is $76. Same commentary applies, basically. It's just that here the support box is between $76 and $82.80. But the micro count is basically the same. Also here, more weakness as it seems. I would expect to hit $82.80 next. We can also add a trend line here to the chart. Actually, a nice parallel trend channel. Those diagonals often move in these trend channels, and it seems like we're now in this 3rd wave. Also have an A, B, C structure, and again, this trend is down, more imminently below $87.80. A break above that level could reset wave B of 3, but above $89.40, we would need to look at a more extended reinterpretation of the chart. What could happen, for example, is a reset of the larger B wave, but let's see if this is now playing out. And the move down looks corrective, so this is rather bullish. So we don't have an impulse down. You see this structure to the downside here is very, very sloppy, disorganized, choppy, overlapping, just corrective, we call it. And that is different to the structure that we had here, where the market moved up quite quickly, very limited overlaps, actually no overlaps in the larger waves, completely different to here, yeah. It just takes a long time. It goes down in slow motion, so it doesn't really want to come down. Whereas here, the move up, that was very rapid. That's the difference between an impulse and a correction. There are more things that distinguish them, but just visually. So therefore, I am happy to go with this wave count at the moment. Would have to take a more bearish stance below $76. However, that's my update about oil. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our S&P 500 and stocks service. You can find the link in the description. At the moment, we also cover the NASDAQ on a daily basis, even though that's not officially included. So we can't guarantee it's forever. But there are daily video updates, intraday updates, written updates, screenshots, and so on. So check it out if you're interested. Have a great week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.